Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Foley presenting this work on behalf of Andrew Craig from Ontario Tech University. Now we know that standing desks or sit-to-stand desks like these implementations here have shown to reduce the incidence of low back pain compared to sedentary seated work. However, the introduction of a standing aid such as a footrest has actually shown to further decrease the lumbar discomfort by introducing a low back flexion. A host of studies have examined this from 10 to 20 centimeters, even a percentage of a worker's height. However, none have looked at healthy participants and performed a robust biomechanical evaluation looking at multiple measures comparing flat ground stance to multiple footrest heights. So what we did was we compared flat ground to 10, 20, and 30 centimeter footrests. We anticipate that the measures would change with the height of the footrest and also between a footrest and flat ground stance. Here you can see participants performing that data entry task on their standing desks. We instrumented them with bilateral electrodes on the lumbar rector spinae, gluteus medius, tensor fasciae lata, as well as a force plate under each foot regardless of condition, as well as a motion capture system to capture joint angles. We had a flat ground, low, medium, and high footrest trials, and those were pseudo-randomized, and each one took place for 15 minutes. In terms of our results here, we can see that gluteus medius activation decreased in the elevated limb, and that was actually the reverse in lumbar rector spinae, where the elevated limb actually increased compared to flat ground stance. If we look at our low back flexion, the presence of a footrest significantly increased low back flexion, and it was progressive with the height of the footrest. That was also mimicked in hip flexion measurement. If we look at the weight distribution, we have an interesting finding where flat ground was relatively evenly distributed, but it was a fairly even and regardless of height of footrest, 85-15% distribution when a footrest was implemented. However, all this to say that a footrest or the presence of a footrest did not significantly change perceived discomfort rating as it progressed throughout the study regardless of the presence of one. So all this to say that the biomechanical evaluation shows that we should be implementing a footrest of 10 to 30 centimeters, but promoting as much of a dynamic worse posture as possible.